This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Cassie Soto, here with news that UNLV Runnin' Rebels head coach TJ Otzelberger has officially accepted the head coaching position at Iowa State after 2 years at UNLV. Our very own Sam Gordon broke the story, sports writer for the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Sam, decisions like this do not happen overnight. How long was this in the works?
At least a few weeks, Cassie. I mean, there's no secret. TJ Otzelberger has Iowa State ties. He's been an assistant there for 8 years, and as we know, good friends with athletic director Iowa State athletic director Jamie Pollard. So that those ties, I mean, in college sports and in athletics in general, but especially in the college level, it's all about relationships, and relationships go a long, long way. And this was a really, really strong relationship that those two men had. That kind of transcended what TJ Otzelberger did or didn't do at UNLV, despite the 29-30 record, despite not only winning one game in the Mountain West tournament the last couple of years, despite the up and down season the Rebels had in 2020, 2021. That was Iowa State's prime candidate from the get-go, and it's a prime opportunity for Otzelberger to go back to a place where he's really familiar, where he knows the landscape, where his wife Allison was a star basketball player. So this wasn't anything that happened overnight. This has been in the works. And again, as you know, as I reported, it was a done deal, at least as of a few days ago, maybe longer. Yeah, everything's official now. And this puts kind of UNLV back in a familiar position, right? Having to find a basketball coach to try and reboot this program and get it to where the community wants it to be.
Yeah, well, we're going off of that, Sam. I'm wondering now, how do you believe that UNLV is handling this situation, specifically UNLV athletic director Desiree Reed-Francois?
Well, I think there is a little pressure to get this hire right. I mean, the Otzelberger did not bring the success to the program that I think many in town had hoped, and there is a sense of urgency, I believe, to get this hire right, to get this thing back on track, and to get this program back to the top of the Mountain West at the very least. I can tell you that a person within the athletic department at UNLV told me this morning that the school will not be employing a search firm like it did when it hired TJ Otzelberger in 2019. Take that for what you will. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but take that for what it's worth. That they're going to be conducting the search themselves. I also spoke to a player on the team this morning who said that the team's really unfazed by it. They're just going to take their time, see what happens, and that you're just going to feel everything out moving forward. So I think has to be a sense of urgency to get this hire done sooner rather than later because of the transfer portal, because you want a new coach, whatever new coach it is, to come in and be able to evaluate the roster and build relationships with the players he wants to keep before making any decisions moving forward. So it's a crucial hire. It's important that she gets this one right, and it's important that she finds a coach that can provide some stability at a program that's really lacked stability for quite some time.
I know you also wrote an article, Sam, regarding some front runners for this now open position. Now they're not hiring a search firm. Who do you think that is on the list right now that could potentially be the next head coach at UNLV?
Yeah, I think there are a couple interesting candidates. I think Todd Simon at Southern Utah would be an interesting fit. He was an assistant.
We've heard that name before.
Well, yes, we have. An assistant with UNLV, noted for his recruiting. He was an excellent coach at Finley Prep. That was the best basketball program in the country when he was at the top, him building off of what Mike Peck was able to do. And they just won 20 games in Southern Utah. So he's a recruiter. He has local ties, and he is an excellent coach too, as evidenced by the record they put forth. A couple other names that may be interested. Damon Stoudemire would be an intriguing candidate at the University of Pacific. Helped that team finish third in the WCC last season, so 2019-2020, and was the conference's coach of the year. Former NBA player, had a long stint in the NBA with the Portland Trailblazers, Toronto Raptors, amongst other teams, and I think could really connect with the players and really get some things done. Of course, the name all fans want, and the name that I've heard, that a lot of people want, is Rick Pitino, who has the Iona Gales in the NCAA tournament in the NCAA tournament with his fifth team. That's incredible. But there's a large buyout there at Iona, and he has said publicly multiple times this week that he doesn't plan on leaving the program. So I know UNLV would be an interesting fit for him, and that would be like the slam dunk hire, no doubt about it. But given Desiree Reed-Francois' track record, I think she would prefer to go with a younger coach, somebody that's more up and coming, like a Stoudemire, like a Simon, and then try and build the program up from there.
Well, if Twitter could hire a new head coach for UNLV basketball, Sam, I'm seeing Stacy Augmon's name out and
Sure.
about a lot. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and Greg Anthony, the
Yeah.
former star runner rebel point guard who won a national championship here, playing with Stacy Augmon, playing for Jerry Tarkanian, and who had a long NBA career. He tweeted out yesterday, hire Stacy Augmon. Right now, he's doing player development for the Sacramento Kings. He obviously has a big time reputation in town. I mean, people in this town know all about Stacy Augmon, and I think that hire would have some cachet. There'd definitely be some interest there. I don't think Greg Anthony's just putting that out of the blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just putting that out there. So I think he'd definitely be an interesting fit. I mean, given his NBA career, his longtime coaching career, I don't think you necessarily need to break the bank to bring him home to Las Vegas. And he could do some things and inject a little life into this program for sure.
All right, Sam, well, go do some digging for us. You broke the story that TJ is leaving. Now go break the story on who's coming in, Sam. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Sam. Go ahead and read more on Sam's story about TJ Otzelberger heading out to Iowa State at reviewjournal.com. For Sam Gordon, I'm Cassie Soto. Thanks so much for watching.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.